But there are some things, if you're gonna jump right in, which we really want you to do, we gotta give you a couple of quick warnings.
Like, first and foremost, let's say that we had just done that with, I'm diabetic and I need some food suggestions. Like, well, if ChatGPT is giving me food suggestions, there's a really good chance that the information comes from, good data that was put in there. However, my health and life and safety are online. It's no longer a poem about ducks. I want to verify these facts before I change my diet.
Right, they call it hallucinating, that the AI hallucinates. Like, candidly, it just makes stuff up. Like, because it doesn't actually understand what you're asking. It doesn't have that understanding. It's just going and gathering the information that it's learned already to try and predict a good answer for you. But a lot of times, that answer is not accurate. It might be the exact answer you asked for, but if there are facts in it, you must verify. You must verify those facts.
Don't use any extensions, at least until the ones that are official from the places that, are running the technology put them out. Some third-party extension that's supposed to run ChatGPT for you. I mean, ChatGPT is free to run. You don't need anything else. So adding an extension onto it, it's probably more about tracking you and screwing up your computer than anything.
Well, I've actually seen a couple of extensions out there that you sign up for free and it's attached to your Google Play account. It looks like it's for free. And then on month 2, they start charging you between $20 and $80. One of the things that we see whenever technology advances, especially at this type of pace, nefarious behavior increases, okay? We have bad people in the world, and those bad people are now a lot more efficient at their bad behavior, right? So we have to be very, very careful. One of the issues that we're seeing right now quite a bit of is social engineering. So what's happening is in today's class, in this whole program, we're going to talk to you specifically about text-based content. But the AI right now can actually listen to 30 seconds of someone's voice and then talk as if they were them.
In fact, for fun last night, we didn't include it in class, but for fun last night, I did this with a friend, with his permission, using a video clip I found online of him talking for, roughly 30 seconds without interruption from 2014. It wasn't even recent. I found a picture from about 5 years ago that's recent enough, and I had the AI copy his writing style and write a story in his style, and then I put it all together, his voice, his face, his writing style, sent it to him. He thought it was amazing. Sent it to his wife, who was blown away. Right? It's one thing to be kind of flattered if it's you, but if your spouse sees it and it thinks that it's creepy, we've entered into a range of that's the exact problem.
Right. So now, because of how advanced deep fakes are, we're going to give you some very tangible advice, and I would argue that it might be the most important thing that you learn in this entire program. Because of the nefarious activity, because there are unfortunately bad people in the world, we're going to make a recommendation to you. I hope you read this whole thing, because holy cow, that should scare the bejesus out of you that this happens, right? So here's what we're going to do. From this point forward, do not believe the person on the other end of the call or the instant message or the text message or any communication unless you were the originator. So that means that if Jason calls me and says, hey, I am in the process of getting a new passport and I need my old passport number. Could you go get it out of the safe and give it to me? If he's calling me for that, I'm not giving him that information unless he gives me the secret password. Now, you need to establish some type of secret password with your very close circle of family.
I always say don't use ChatGPT to generate this password. Right, we're not going to tell you ours because, again, secret password.
Oddly, I will tell you about 2 months ago when I first put this in place with our family. My mother and I were on the phone and I was explaining this to her. I had originated the call and we were laughing trying to come up with what the secret question would be, right? And we came up with it. Would you believe the very next day, she sends me a text message. She's like, I promise I can answer the secret question. I'm at the bank and I need your soch to put you as a beneficiary. I mean, the timing on that was crazy. It was totally legitimate. I didn't need to ask her for the code, right?
By the way, honey, do you remember my maiden name?
Right? Isn't that funny, right? So if you have one of these codes with your family, have one code with your extended family. Do not duplicate that if you have a separate code with that next kind of ring of people you love, right? It shouldn't be the same code, and it should be something that doesn't normally come up in conversation, okay? I'm going to reiterate this to you. We're even going to say it again later in class. This is so important. I highly encourage you to live have a conversation with your immediate family and have everybody agree on what your code word is if any sensitive information is requested.
Now we'll move past a little doom and gloom.